All right, y'all. So I just checked my community poll, and apparently Ye is, number one at 100%. So because y'all want me to do a review on him, that's what I'll be doing for y'all today. Coming in at last place, I have Vultures 2. One word to describe this record is abomination. And then coming in after Vultures 2, I have Vultures 1. I mean, you still have some good tracks on there, but the fact that the best track is Burn, and that track being unfinished and too short, it just proves how much of a mess that this album is. And then coming in after Vultures 1, I have Jesus is King. Super overhated project, and I definitely think the project needs more love. But again, that's how good of a discography he has if you have an album like that ranked that low. And then after Jesus is King, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I have Donda. It's a phenomenal record, but it's way too bloated, and I definitely think you could cut that track list in half. And then moving on to the top 10. At number 10, I have Watch the Throne, Kanye's first collab album with Jay-Z. Yeah, it's a phenomenal record, some of the best rapping he's ever done in his whole entire career. But it's just the albums I have ahead of it are definitely better, and I go back to those more. Coming in at number 9, super interchangeable with Watch the Throne, but I have Kids See Ghosts. I will say the production is better on this record, but the rapping is for sure better on Watch the Throne. And then coming in at number 8, I have Ye, self-titled. Phenomenal record. It's skipless, 7 tracks, just like Kids See Ghosts. I give that the edge over Kids See Ghosts because track for track is just better. And if you guys want me to do a separate video on that, let me know in the comments, and then, I'll get that delivered to you. And then coming in at number 7, I have The Life of Pablo. I know you guys will rank this higher, but it's just this project is a little bit too bloated because, Silver Surfer animation did not need to be there. It's between either highlights or lowlights. One of those tracks or one of those weren't even a song. It's just a lecture or just singing in the background. It's not really a song. And then you got, Frank's track. It didn't need to be on the track list. It's just a little bit too overstuffed. Then after The Life of Pablo, I have Yeezus. Amazing project. Production's phenomenal. And I personally prefer this over The Life of Pablo. And then coming into the top 5, at number 5, I have 808s and Heartbreak. This project is super, super underappreciated. And it's actually very underrated as well. Aside from Heartless, the whole entire album is underrated. And I definitely think this album doesn't get the love it deserves because all people see this as is just an influential record, but you don't hear people talking about the music like that. And then coming in at number 4, I have Late Registration. You could argue this being his best. Any one of these top 4 albums can be considered his best project, but it has no skips, production's very dark, and yeah, this album is nothing but a masterpiece. And then coming into the top 3, at number 3, I have The College Dropout. Same thing like Late Registration. It's a masterpiece. It's skipless. Production isn't as dark, but it's still amazing, and I just have no other words to say other than it's beautiful. And then coming into the top 2, at number 2, say it with me, y'all. He Made Graduation. That's just all I have to say. He Made Graduation, and it's skipless. Just like, the other ones I talked about. And then coming in at number 1, I am not Anthony Fantano because I have MBDTF, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy at number 1. I could go so many, routes talking about this project. But yeah, this album is skipless. Every track is phenomenal. His best songs are literally on this record, and I definitely think this is better than any one of his other albums in his discography.